prayer guarded in his heart, he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Cousins throw taken in by Watkins here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
One.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Back to the ground, Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've got a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody find someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
They went with their popular RPO on that play, and what they often tell their receivers, as soon as you get the ball, you've got to be like a punt return. You've got to make the first guy miss on your own, because if you do, big plays like that can result. He went a long way before they caught him.
Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, Fields. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Off the play fake, Cousins. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Cousins to throw it. And this is Cook with a grab. Look at those stick skills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can.
And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 2. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A give to Cook out of the gun. Able to slither by, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 2-yard line.
Play fake. Cousins. Sliding out of the pocket. Here's a diving catch right side.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21, Bears 3. Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Escaping the pressure right. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Now Cousins. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
You don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 2-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Fields now to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Off play action, Fields. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Cobb to return. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They run, Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. It's complete to Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Again, it's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Play action now. Cousins completes it to the fullback Ham. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On 2nd down, Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Read option, here's Montgomery.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Fields.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Here's Fields on the sneak.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
back to throw. Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
28, Bears 10. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 6.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Gets around him, running right through him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They go play action. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. So the final seconds have ticked away in this